Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and we are going for another round of Paul's beer, the I-Tal brewery. I'm excited about this one for several reasons. I'm excited about all his beers because very curious. But this is a Belgian double. Belgian doubles are known as not too heavy but not too light either, dark, sweet-ish beers. Basically most of the time it's dark, it's around 7.5%. Some roasted malts, some candied sugar added, and very often found in Abbey style beers, Trappist beers. I don't think it's a coincidence that he used a Trappist bottle here. So yeah, the eye for detail again, great point, Paul. This one is kept until June of 2027, so this should be very fresh. Yeah, it's brewed in March, so not too long ago. Again, good points, very excited. What beer is this? Who the cap fit, let them brew it, of course. With our friend Bob Marley with his huge cap over his dreadlocks. Use the red, yellow and green colors as well. But who the cap fit, let them brew it, of course, named after who the shoe fits, let them wear it. I have, of course, no I-Tal beer glass, so again, trusted taster glass, and I suggest that we just dive right in. Someday I'm gonna do that, literally. Aromatic already. Oh, I forgot to go over the ingredients. As expected, ingredients: water, malted barley, candied sugar, hop and yeast. Now I know that when scanning the QR code I could get all the details because Paul is kind enough to share his recipes on the label. Okay, I feel like this is less carbonated than the previous ones, but still quite highly carbonated. Oh, beautiful color. Doubles are oftentimes a bit darker, but I love that this is like a beautiful caramel, coppery brown blonde, coppery brown gold color. The effervescence is quite active, but lovely tiny bubbles. Nice thick head of foam. It's like whipped cream on top. It's like a skiing slope. I love it. Medium density bubbles to small bubbles, the way we like it, and not even off-white, but full-on beige, as expected from a beer like this. Also, way hazier than expected, although no, that is actually a load of crap. When ordering a double, I do expect a hazy beer. Where was my mind? Ooh. I'm getting a lot of malt. Just toasty malt, not like burnt or actually roasted, but just a bit toasty. Also a bit sugary, remnants of the candied sugar. Ever so slightly a bit of like vinous and a bit herbal. Vinous in the sense that it's like, I'm not saying it is aged on wood, but it has that very slight overtone of vinous, like a bit of vanilla, a bit of oak, also a bit of tannins. So I am very curious for the flavor in this one. So why postpone anymore? Cheers. Ooh. Very nice. Sometimes a double has this by flavor like old musky attic, and I'm not a big fan of that, and I'm very relieved to say that this beer does not have that. It tastes actually quite fresh. It tastes sugary, but not necessarily sweet or too sweet. So that is nice and balanced. A bit of caramel in there, a tiny hint of licorice even, but not necessarily roasted malt or coffee or anything like that. I still have a tiny hint of like tannins, but it might be my flavor profile today. That everything is possible depending on what you eat before tasting, and so on and so on. But I do feel like I do get a bit of like tannins and a slight miniature vinous acidity. That also tells me that I think if you would age this beer, it would not be easy. But it would be nice. Give it some thought. As per usual, the only thing that I find a little bit annoying is carbonation. It's a bit much for me. But apart from that, just like most of Paul's beers, spot on, very nice, very lovely. It reminds me a bit of the Westmalle double, although Westmalle is a bit drier, is a bit less sugary, but in the grand scheme of things, like flavor-wise, yeah, nice and close. The after flavor, on the other hand, is also a bit sugary, but yeah, a bit less sweet as well. So the aftertaste is a bit drier, a bit more bitter, actually a bit hoppier even. And I do find that very enjoyable. So I think I'm gonna give this a 3.75. Again, Sarah, great work on the label. Paul, lovely beer, very nice. Bear in mind that I am giving this a 3.75, even though double is absolutely not my style of beer. I do enjoy it from time to time, but I don't think that I buy like 4 doubles in a year, or at least privately. Nonetheless, very, very nice 3.75, and my compliments to the chef. If you like this video, leave a comment down below, hit the thumbs up. If you want to support this channel, support me on Patreon, support me by sharing a video, or just come up and talk to me on any beer happening anywhere. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Tomorrow with another one of Paul's beers, and I feel like having a stout after this one, so I'm gonna pull open the register and see if we still have a stout in there. Until then, cheers.